Hello everybody, Dylan here. Now, like I told you at the beginning of January, we're going to be doing remakes of older videos. So, I'm going to remake one of the most popular videos on the channel. Top 10 Sonic Fan Characters Remake. So, let's get right into it today on DHT. And now, starting off this time at number 10 is Hyper Shattuck. Now, Hyper Shattuck appeared in Nazo Unleashed and Nazo's Revenge, a fan project that was never finished. This is the result of Sonic and Shadow fusing, and just like last time, if Sega would have actually done this, they would have ripped off Dragon Ball Z 100%. This character is OP, they fused for no reason, and I really see no point to his existence. I am glad that this is only a fan character. Number 9 is Evil the Hedgehog. Now, Evil the Hedgehog has Morgan Freeman as his god daddy, and Angelina Jolie as his mom. He kills Angelina Jolie, and then he's sent off to kill Sonic the Hedgehog. If that doesn't sound ridiculous enough, just look at his design. He's a purple hedgehog with an eye patch, spiked bracelets, and a gun. He's literally the stereotype of what people saw Shadow to be when he appeared in Shadow the Hedgehog, first carrying a gun. So, let's move on to number 8. And now for number 8. Number 8 is a relative newcomer, which is why he is so low in this list, but not too low. It's Sunky from Sunky the Game and Sunky.MPEG. Sunky and his friends love to adventure and dance, and he is basically one of the newer, funnier troll parodies of Sonic. Unlike Sonic, he isn't too over the top. He's more down to earth with his humor, making obscure pop culture references and just being totally random. So if you haven't heard of Sunky, you might want to go check him out, but I think just looking at this image alone, you can tell Sunky isn't your average Sonic parody character. And number 7 is Recolors. Now, if you don't know what a recolor is, you might want to go on any Sonic fan page forum. Now, these are just Sonic characters with slight tweaks, like sometimes they have different clothes on, they have cowlicks, they have longer hair, but most of the time their fur is recolored. Sometimes even their skin is recolored. It started up the trend of original the character, do not steal. So these guys have earned their place in the Sonic fandom. So let's move on to number 6. Now I'm going to make myself more clear on number 6 this time. This is Nazo from Nazo Unleashed. I know that there was a Sonic design for Hypersonic for Sonic X. I know that that's what it started out as, but I'm talking about the fan-made version, the one that can transform into this red guy, the one that came back as a cyborg, the one that's evil. So, Nazo comes to Earth in order to take the Chaos Emeralds and achieve his perfect form, totally ripping off Perfect Cell and Omega Shenron. He gets defeated multiple times, he comes back as a cyborg, and then is finally killed for good. So, if you want to check him out, you can watch Nazo's Unleashed and Nazo Revenge. So, this is number 6 then. Now, number 5 is Shaniqua from Sonic for Hire. Now, in Sonic for Hire, Sonic needs money, so he ends up prostituting himself to Mother Brain. They have sex multiple times for a lot of money, and in result, he has the kid, the glorious wonder Shaniqua. Her only word that she really speaks is avocado, and she runs around eating just about anything. When I say anything, I mean people, bombs. She's a psychopath. People even call her Psycho Guacamole Monster. So yeah, this is Sonic's daughter from Sonic for Hire at number 5. Now number 4 is the demonic entity known as Sonic.exe. Almost every popular Sonic creepypasta rips off Sonic.exe. Sonic.exe is a demonic, red-eyed, black, crying, with blood Sonic, and he runs around killing all of his friends. If you don't know what Sonic.exe is, you're basically living under a rock, so go look it up. But anyway, on to number 3. Now yet again, we had problems with my number 3 on the last list. People can understand the difference. Yes, I know Tails doll was in Sonic R, but I'm not talking about that Tails doll. I even put the haunted Tails doll, the cursed Tails doll, or whatever. So, number 3 is the Cursed Tails doll. Now this Tails doll is a demonic entity that is in Sonic R. Now this isn't real, of course, but basically if you do a certain amount of steps, you'll hear "Can you feel the sunshine?" in reverse, and then the Tails doll will come and kill you. This Tails doll is evil. It's not the one from Sonic R. This is the one that starred in the creepypasta, the Tails doll creepypastas. If you haven't read them, go read them. You can find them really easily. So now on to number 2. Now number 2, everyone knows pretty well. It's Sanic. He's accepted in the MLG community, the parody community. He's been on every version of this list that I've made. He is the over-the-top Green Hill Zone running guy. He's this little kid's fan drawing that people took, made into PNGs, and now use for every Sonic parody out there just about. You have to know who Sanic is. Sanic is over the top and insane. So now let's move to number 1, and number 1 might just surprise you. And number 1 is Sonichu. Now, Sonichu was recently brought up in Sonic Honest trailers, so I thought I would mention Sonichu in this list. For those of you who don't know what Sonichu is, it's basically a fan comic created by a guy named Chris Chan, someone who's not really brought up in the fan community, so don't ask about him. It was created by Chris Chan. Sonic was powered up with the Chaos Emeralds in his super form and bumped into a Pikachu, and the Pikachu mutated into Sonichu. Sonichu is a mutated Pikachu that looks like Sonic. He has super speed and electric powers. He goes on a bunch of adventures. It's horribly offensive, it's crude, and I wouldn't suggest any kids to read it, but for people who are curious about it, go check out Sonichu. And I'm gonna have a link down to D-Stex's page. He did a whole big 5-year-long review on Sonichu. It might have been longer, but I think it was 5 years. 5-year-long review on Sonichu. So you can go watch every issue. He'll read them right then and there. He'll tell you everything you need to know about Sonichu. But Sonichu is my number 1 fan character of Sonic because I had so much fun reading Sonichu and reading its ridiculousness and reading the parodies of Sonichu, learning about the trolling, the Chris Chan stuff. It's just all awful, but yet fascinating. And I might be doing some more stuff about Sonichu later. So yeah, Sonichu gets my number 1 Sonic fan character this time. That was top 10 Sonic fan characters redone. So I hope you enjoyed this list. I put a lot more hard work into it than I did with the last list, and hopefully you really like this video. If you like the video, you can like it, and if you want to tell me how you liked it or if I got anything wrong, you can comment down below. And if you really want to help out, you can always share and subscribe. I'm making a whole bunch of new videos for February, so I hope you enjoyed this look back and redoing of my older videos. This was the last one in the series, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.